The airport buzzed with life that morning, a sea of luggage wheels, loudspeaker calls, and coffee-scented air. Amid the crowd, a small barefoot girl stood near gate 14, clutching a worn-out teddy bear that looked older than her. She couldn't have been more than 6, her golden hair tangled, her white dress wrinkled from travel. No guardian, no boarding pass, no shoes, just a quiet stillness in her wide gray eyes that made people slow down as they passed. A security guard noticed her first. "Sweetheart, where's your mommy?" he asked gently, bending to her level. The girl didn't answer. She only looked toward the huge glass windows where planes rolled down the runway, whispering, "He's coming." Before anyone could ask more, the sound of barking echoed down the hall. 15 police canines, leashed and led by uniformed handlers, were passing through for a scheduled training exercise. But something strange happened. All 15 suddenly stopped. Their noses twitched, their tails stiffened. Then, as if called by an unseen voice, they pulled their handlers toward the girl. People froze. Travelers stared. The dogs surrounded her in a perfect circle, their bodies tense yet calm, eyes fixed on her. The handlers tugged at their leashes, shouting commands, but none of the dogs moved away. Instead, they sat, all 15 of them, forming a protective ring around the child. "What's happening?" someone gasped. A mother clutched her baby. A man dropped his suitcase. Security radios crackled as the terminal filled with murmurs. The little girl looked around at the dogs, then slowly reached out her small hand. One of the biggest German shepherds, a retired bomb dog named Rex, leaned forward and licked her palm softly. His handler stared in disbelief. "Rex hasn't let anyone touch him since his partner died," he whispered. Tears welled in the handler's eyes. The girl looked up at him and said quietly, "He still misses him. But he's okay now." The handler froze. "What did you just say?" She blinked, her expression calm. "The man he loved says thank you for keeping your promise." The words hit him like thunder. His partner, Officer Blake, had died in a mission 2 years earlier, whispering his last words to Rex, "Take care of her. Keep the promise." Only Rex and the handler knew that. No one else. More dogs started whimpering softly, tails wagging uncertainly. One lay down beside the girl, resting its head on her foot. Another, a black Labrador named Milo, rolled onto his back, exposing his chest in a gesture of complete trust. "She's not afraid of them," someone whispered. "They're protecting her." By now, airport police had cordoned off the area. The head of security, Captain Jordan, approached cautiously. "Miss, can you tell me where your parents are?" "They're not here anymore," she said softly. "But I'm supposed to tell you something." Jordan knelt down. "Tell me what, sweetheart?" She looked up, her gray eyes shining like misted glass. "There's a box under the bench near the red sign. It's dangerous. But don't be scared. The dogs will help." Jordan's blood ran cold. He signaled his officers to check. Moments later, a team uncovered a small abandoned backpack with exposed wires inside. The bomb squad was called immediately. The airport went into silent evacuation. Through the chaos, the girls stood quietly among the dogs. Not one barked or moved. They stayed, their eyes fixed outward like guardians. When the explosive was safely disarmed, the officer in charge said in disbelief, "She saved hundreds of lives." But when Jordan turned back to thank the girl, she was gone. Security footage showed something no one could explain. One moment she stood among the dogs, the next, she simply wasn't there. No exit, no trace. Only the circle of canines still sitting calmly as if keeping vigil. People searched for hours. Her description was sent across every missing child database, but no record matched. No fingerprints, no identification. Later that night, when the handlers brought the dogs back to the station, strange things continued. The dogs gathered around the empty space near the entrance, tails wagging gently, eyes shining. One of the younger handlers whispered, "It's like she's still here." Rex lay down and began to whine softly, pawing at the floor. When his handler bent down, He saw something glimmering beneath Rex's paw, a single white feather. Not from any bird native to the area. He picked it up, feeling warmth spread through his hand, a peace he hadn't felt since the day his partner died. He looked up and saw that the clock on the wall, broken since that same day, had started ticking again. News spread quickly. The footage of the dogs surrounding the girl went viral overnight. Millions watched, theories flying, angel, spirit, miracle. Yet the airport staff who'd been there swore they'd felt something beyond words. Captain Jordan couldn't sleep. The next morning he returned to Gate 14, where the girl had stood. The early sun spilled golden light across the terminal floor. On the glass window, faintly traced in condensation, were the words, "Thank you for listening." His eyes filled with tears. He whispered, "Who were you, little one?" Behind him, a soft bark echoed. He turned. Rex was there, tail wagging, sitting perfectly still, and next to him on the floor, another small white feather. Weeks passed. The airport installed a memorial plaque near Gate 14, in honor of the unnamed child whose courage and purity saved lives. Travelers began leaving small toys, letters, and white flowers beneath it. Some swore that if you walked by late at night, you could hear the faint sound of laughter, a child's laughter, and the gentle padding of paws. Months later, one of the canine handlers, now retired, sat in his backyard with Rex. The night sky was full of stars. He whispered, "I still don't understand who she was." Rex lifted his head, ears perked. Somewhere in the distance, the faint voice of a child seemed to echo on the wind. "You promised to keep them safe." "You did." The man's eyes filled with tears. "We did, sweetheart. We did." The dogs at the airport became known as the Guardians of Gate 14. No matter how many new recruits joined, every canine that entered the terminal would instinctively pause there, just for a second, as if sensing something unseen. Travelers still told stories. A tired mother once swore a little barefoot girl helped her find her lost son near the same gate, then disappeared. An old pilot claimed he saw her waving from the runway before takeoff, surrounded by faint light. But for the officers who'd been there that day, the truth no longer needed proof. They had seen it, 15 police dogs forming a perfect circle around innocence itself. They had felt the peace, the unspoken comfort that followed. Maybe she was an angel sent to protect them all. Maybe just a soul passing through. But in that airport, at that moment, she reminded everyone of something pure. That love, loyalty, and protection exist beyond reason, beyond fear, beyond life itself. And sir, whenever the sun rises through the glass at Gate 14, its rays fall in the shape of a perfect circle, just where the dogs once stood, as if the universe itself remembers the day 15 guardians answered the silent call of a little girl from heaven.